welcome to another exciting episode of Way the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you're being creepy again. Way the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about everything under the sun. If you're a first-time viewer and you want to keep things on the hobby side of things, be sure to ask questions, whichever direction it might be in for you. And of course, if you're watching this after the fact, you can always submit your questions to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. It is in the description below, as well as a link to waythebrush.com, central hub of all this silliness. Has links to all the social medias, as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there. And so, yeah. Only one rule in the Discord: don't be a dick. That's it. That's the only rule. Don't be a dick. Pretty straightforward. Pretty simple, I think. Anyway. Also at waythebrush.com, you'll find links for t-shirts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see it down below as well. T-shirts and, stuff like that. I think I need a few more things in the merch store. I don't know. Mugs, maybe? Mugs? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, it's in the description. It's also at waythebrush.com. And it's all over the place. The stuff is just everywhere. Also at waythebrush.com, you'll find links for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your continued support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do. And so a huge thank you to all my patrons for their continued support, and to all you brand new ones as well. Also, recently I've turned on the join memberships feature of YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you prefer to be within the YouTube ecosystem, join memberships as well. Try to keep it somewhat different from my Patreon, so different things are associated and different levels and all that. So check it out if it makes sense to you, and you feel like helping the channel. A huge thank you to everybody who does that. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, blah 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 blah, helps out as well. It all appeases the algorithm gods, and you're helping me out a great deal by doing that as well. So a huge thank you for that. Big thank you to Carl, Guide Me Earl, for Beer and Blood Bowl. It's his YouTube channel. Check it out if you love yourself some beer, you love yourself some Blood Bowl. Beer and Blood Bowl is where it's at. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingles to play before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro outro music that plays at the beginning and end of the show. And so always much love to my baby brother Evan for just being an awesome guy. And if you're into rare comics, rare, EB Comics, it's in the description below. Rare, we're talking rare, like. Or if you're into beefcakes, you can follow him on Instagram as well. If you're into, looking at big, muscly men, or man, I suppose it's because it's only one. He's only one of them. As far as I know, there's only one of them. Maybe there's two. I'm pretty sure it's only one, though. But check him out anyway. Who's joining us right now? I can see Evan Belleau. Sup, everybody? Sup? Let me move this over a bit here so I can see what I'm reading. Jabba's Left Nut, Way the Brush butt plugs. You know what? Okay. that is a possibility. That's a possibility. And, I mean, really, I think it is kind of a missed market, I think, of not having any wargaming related marital aids. So, yeah, Way the Brush butt plugs definitely could be a thing. Basically, either it's a simple, straightforward, the logo on the end, maybe, right? Or we can have it shaped like the monkey head. And I think jamming a monkey head up there, it might yield some positives. Of course, I also have the little stickers for rectal use only. So maybe, you never know. And yeah, I think some really good wargaming, Warhammer, especially since it's Warhammer Day and we're talking 40K. All right, well, let's dive right into it. Marital aids, 40K style. Okay, here we go. We can do let's say Necron, and have it look kind of like Necron-y with the little thingies, and it has it's a silver bullet, right? And bang, right there. That's the obvious one, right? It could look like the Satan, right? All metally and, bang. It could look like a mechadendrite for the Mechanicus, or the Tech Marines, right? They have the little tentacles, or even the Chaos. Chaos, though, I'm more inclined to, obviously, the tendency is to go with Slanesh, like a tongue, sure, a horn, sure, right? Nurgle, I don't know. Nurgle, you're going to have all them little bumps. Maybe, just maybe. Ribbed, right? Zinch, multiple. It's got multiple ends, right? Bang. Done. Corn. Yeah, Corn, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, blood for the blood god? Sisters of Battle. Well, you've got the fleur-de-lis. So you make one fleur-de-lis style, right? Space Marines. You could do it with a big Space Marine head. The new version of the Mark 10 armor is kind of shaped already, right? Bang. You've already got that going on. Bolt gun, chainsword, hammer. You could do a hammer. Orcs, kind of the same thing as Space Marines. Maybe a big tooth. Oh, a squig. You could do a squig. There we go. It's a squig. What else we got? Tyranids. Tyranids, you could do the scything talon. You could do a tooth. You could do a tongue. Man, there's all sorts of ways you can go with a Tyranid one. Although you could go with the Biovore, like the big egg sac thing with the cannon. That just screams to be made into a marital aid. No, right? I mean, come on. What else we got here? Tau. Ooh, that's a tough one. Tau. What do you do for Tau? I'm trying to think, because Tau don't really have a lot of organic shapes. Unless, of course, you do like a three-handed fist. You know what I mean? Like a little blue three-handed fist. Sure, right? Why not? Or the foot, for everybody out there with feet fetish, right? A little hoof. You could have a little hoof. What other armies are there? I'm forgetting a bunch, I'm sure. Leagues of Votann. Oh, the little dome head. Dome head. Bang. You've got it, right? Little beard, dome head. Right in there. It just all the way. What else we got? Imperial Guard. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What are fun shapes there? Missile launcher. Right? Missile launcher in there. I think that would be good. Is that everybody? Dark Eldar. I think that kind of writes itself. Tongues, spikes. Everything goes. Yeah, I think, is that everybody? That's everybody, right? I'm trying to think here. Eldari, I don't know. That's a different one. Harlequins, colorful. Oh, the Harlequin's Kiss. There we go. That's a perfect one. Bang. Right in there. It's even designed to sit on a wrist, and you just... I mean, why not, right? I mean, it is Warhammer Day, so let's get into the weeds here, people, because if we're really going to celebrate Warhammer Day, and yeah, we're talking marital aids today. 40K themed marital aids. Eldari, though, I don't know what else there would be. Because Harlequins Kiss. Eldari. Oh, come on. What's a good one for Eldari? There's got to be a bunch for Eldari. Come on. You guys got to put your brains together here. Put what remaining 2 brain cells you've got together, and let's come up with an idea. Eldari, come on. There's got to be a bunch here. I mean, some of the helmet shapes, right? Like a Dark Reaper head, right? Dark Reaper head has got the tapering, and then the old classic one has like little bumps running down the side. Makes sense. Yeah, I've got nothing else for Eldari. Come on, Eldari, everybody out there for Eldari. What else is there that, like a shape that would be perfect for a marital aid? A dildo, as it were. Or butt plug. Whatever your bend is. Whichever way you lean. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. And anybody who's seriously considering these ideas, you're fucking whacked in the head. I'll just say that right out, flat out. Everybody out there who's like, yo, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's make those. Yeah, you're fucked in the head. I'm in, though. I'm in. I'm 100% in. And I've often thought what would be hilarious. So people who don't really pay attention to the background, I was thinking of leaving an item on the shelf one time. Just see if anybody catches it. So pay attention to the background. Oh shit, there's a whole bunch of comments here. Where are we going here? Johnny Chop Chop. Butt monkey? A butt monkey? Or a butt monkey? Butt monkey? Jobs Love Nut. Sold alongside Monkey Loop. Well, you gotta have the Monkey Loop, right? I mean, if we're gonna have the toys, you gotta have the loop. I mean, that only makes sense. So, yeah. Also, and here's the other important one, soap. Appropriate soap for cleaning said toys. Because, you got to take care of them, right? You take care of them, they'll take care of you. So, again, soap, very important. You got to keep those things clean. Otherwise, you risk infection. Ghost of Starman, Way the Plug? Yeah, Way the Plug. Fucking might as well name the show that now. Way the Plug. Johnny Shop Shop, Citadel Painting Handle. I mean, you're not wrong. The first iteration of the painting handle? Yeah, you're not wrong. Even the new version it has a bit more of a wine glass, champagne glass kind of vibe to it. But even those are a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if they should be going there, is basically what I'm saying. Ghost of Starman. Tau, you could do the 3 slot nose as something. Sure, right? I mean, yeah. The pocket things, right? And the big things with the holes and everything like that. Yeah, you could totally do like a Tau head, male and female, right? It has the slit or the 3 slit. Yeah, you're in. I mean, any of those kind of toys. Now, those are the big expensive toys. The little, rubber forms or whatever the hell they are. Yeah, I mean, those are expensive. But I mean, if there's $1 to be made, that's where it's going to be made, right there. We're innovating. That's what this show is all about, people. For everybody who's not really paid attention to this show, we talk ideas and we innovate. This is all about innovation. This is just the brainstorming session right now. Ghost of Starman. That was meant to be a winky face. No, was it? Jobs Love Nut. Space Marine Power Fist. Space Marine Power Fist. Yeah, there we go. Eldar helmet. Yeah. Ghost of Starman. A D-Scythe. A D-Scythe. That's fun. That's a fun one. Jobs Left Nut. You need a 3D printer. I do need a 3D printer. I do. Because I've got plenty of ideas up here that I'd like to see forward. I have some idea. There's even one that I've had an idea where I was like, damn, if I had a 3D printer, yeah, I can make this vision a reality. And yeah, I mean, first and foremost, Kris needs a new computer. I need a new computer. Like right now, doing this stream, my CPU load, I was even getting a little bit of lag earlier. My CPU load on my computer right now is 40%. That's a little high. But I also have something else running in the background right now. But usually I'm only at about 10% when I do weigh the brush on my computer. It's not too heavy a load on my computer, but yeah, it keeps going around. It's hanging at about 35 to 40%, which is, not terribly great. And this computer I do this from is 12 years old, going on 13 years old, this computer that I'm on right now. Yeah, it was a powerful computer when it was built. It was really expensive back in the day, but nowadays, yeah, she's chugging to keep up. In fact, I can hear one of her fans going. But anyway. Ghost of Starman, someone will spot it, Kris. We spotted the desk lube however long ago. Yeah, the desk lube, yeah. Sophie, what's this about butts? Is Kris buying himself a new butt plug? No, not a new one. I mean, you take care of your tools and, they'll take care of you. And yeah, so butt plugs is the same philosophy. I got them way back in the day. I have a whole assortment of them. Various materials, but as long as you take care of them, they're good to go for quite a while. So, right. Evan Belleau. What? Fleshlight. That is my Way the Brush holder. I wonder if anybody would notice that in a video. Or like if you had one and you kept all your brushes in it. You just see it in one of the shots, doing the tutorial and stuff, and then you see it go by. It's like, it's got a whole bunch of brushes being held in it. Holy shit. I wonder how many people would notice that one. Oh, man. Banshun. Hey, Kris and Monkeys of Paint. Hey, Banshun. Welcome. Hopefully you're just joining us and you haven't been listening to the whole thing so far. Ghost of Starman. Not a new one. You buy them used? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not made of money. It's coming to just... Oh, it's been used before? Everybody's like retching at their computer right now. It's like, oh my god, no. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, this show's not for kids. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but yeah, this show's not for kids. It's barely for adults. Jobs Left Nut. Episode 394. Check your load. I can only manage 40%. Yeah. Ghost. Sloppy seconds. Sloppy seconds. I mean, people, poo-poo on sloppy seconds, but like it's kind of like when you put on a pair of shoes, comfortable pair of shoes, right? You go in, bang, and it conforms, and it just fits right. And yeah, a lot of people have very negative feelings towards sloppy seconds, but I honestly don't know why, because the fit is already established, and like again, it's like cowboy boots, right? When you first get in there, it's too tight and there's not a lot of room. It's squeezing, and you can't really go very far with a new set of cowboy boots, right? So you have to break it in a bit, and that can take a bit, and there's some tricks to breaking them in, but once you've broken it in, though, yeah, it fits perfectly. It's great. You can go distance, and everything's good. So I don't know really why there's a lot of negative connotations and a lot of negative feelings towards sloppy seconds, because yeah, it's a good thing, I think. To borrow a phrase from Martha Stewart. It's a good thing. Anyway, isn't that the way it goes? I think that's the way it goes. Banshun. Fleshlight Skin. First name for Kris's paint range. Yeah, I like that. Fleshlight. Sophie. Knowing Kris, it'll be try before you buy. Just go to your local adult shop and go in and just ask, what's your policy on trying before you buy? Like, can I make sure it fits right? And you know what I mean? Because you go to the shoe store and you can try on the shoes. They put them right back. They'll even go in the back and get you some. They'll even at the shoe store, if you don't have a sock, they'll give you a sock or pantyhose or whatever, right? Some sort of foot protection before you try it on. And honestly, I don't know why adult, toy shops don't really employ that kind of technique, because I think it's a really a good win, and I think it's really a good way to encourage more sales, I think, right? I mean, if we're talking marketing, yeah, it only makes sense to try before you buy, because sometimes you get some of those things and they're just huge, and you think, well, it's kind of like when you go grocery shopping on an empty stomach, right? You're hungry. You go to the grocery store and you end up buying a bunch of shit you don't really need because you're hungry, right? And so when you go to the toy shop, right, and you're looking at all the toys, you go, oh yeah, I want that, because you might be a little wound up. You got to go in, content before going in, because otherwise you're going to make dumb purchases, and you're going to buy things that aren't going to work right or fit, or whatever. So, you know, it's about being a smart consumer. I think it's really the key to happiness is being a smart consumer. Oh man. Benson, Sloppy Seconds, second paint name. Yeah, the second coat, Sloppy Seconds, 2 coats. It's the antithesis to 2 coats, 2 thin coats. It's Sloppy Seconds. There we go. Oh shit. Benson, what the fuck kind of chat have I joined? Jobs left nut. I prefer saturated thirds. Oof. Oof. That's a man of culture right there. That's a cultured individual. Saturated thirds. Ghost of Starman. Surely, if someone has broken it in, it'll be broken for their body type, which may not match mine. Well, again, it's about being a smart shopper. Hail Boot, look at this nerd. I know, look at this guy. Talking sex toys. Talking 40K themed sex toys is what we were talking about. Johnny Chop Shop. I don't even like people using my paintbrushes. Well, see, that's the thing, right? I mean, like, everybody must be okay with it because everybody's constantly licking their brushes. Whenever they're looking to purchase new brushes, everybody, without a thought, just puts it in their mouth, right? You don't know. You don't know where that paintbrush has been. So everybody must have this kind of devil may care kind of attitude, right? So why not? Why not? Why not? Like, just throw your cares to the wind. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. Wait, so if I rub one out before going to Warhammer shop, I won't buy as much plastic crack? Genius. Yeah, that's why do you think, okay, next time you're at Warhammer World, okay, this is one of the tips of the trade, or yeah, tricks of the trade. Before you go in to Warhammer World, a Warhammer shop, or any hobby shop, if you ever notice a whole bunch of people in the parking lot, you know, who you've seen in the shop before, but they're all hanging out in the parking lot, that's what they're doing. They're rubbing one out because they want to make smart decisions. So if you want to shop like a smart consumer, like shop like a pro, that's what you got to do. You got to rub one out in the parking lot, and it's got to be in the parking lot. It can't be at home because by the time you get there, especially if you're, you know, the train takes a while, or subway, bus, Uber, whatever, takes a while. Yeah. But you rub it out in the parking lot and you go into the shop, clear-headed, bang, you can make smart decisions. You know what? That really goes for about anything, I think, in life. Just rub one out in the parking lot, and, you know, especially if you have, like, you know, going in for a bank loan, yeah, rub one out in the bank parking lot. You're going in for a job application, rub one out in the parking lot. If you are, you know, first date, parking lot. Funeral, parking lot. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Ghost of Starman. Oh, no. Johnny Chop Shop. Way the Brush, episode 394. You don't know where it's been. You know what? I think that's been one of the titles, I think. Ghost of Starman. Oh, so it's like a circle jerk. That's pretty clever. Yeah, exactly, right? It's you know, yeah, it's a circle jerk, right? It's community effort. I mean, that's what this show is all about. It's about building community. And what better way to build a community than a circle jerk? You know, it's yeah, it's a way of camaraderie and closeness, and, you know, yeah. Oh shit. Hail Boop. I'm not a legal advisor, but I highly advise against rubbing one out in the parking lot, especially in the public area. Well, it all depends. It all depends. Shopping mall, usually they have big parking lots. You can usually find somewhere pretty quiet. Church, you know, no, I don't think anybody would care. School, depends on what kind of school, right? University, college, I think everybody's doing it already. High school, definitely. Elementary, yeah, you might get put on a watch list. Preschool, you 100% are going to get put on a watch list. So yeah, be careful, be mindful, be smart. You know, again, it's about being shoppers. So, and of course, you know, it all depends on the situation. I mean, like if you're going to go into, you know, your local Warhammer store, yeah, I highly recommend you rub one out before going in, because yeah, you're going to make dumb purchases. You're just going to make dumb purchases. You're not going to make smart decisions. So be smart. And hail boop as legal advice, or not legal advice, then yeah. Sophie, that'll only take a few seconds for you guys then. What, a circle jerk? Oh yeah, no, it's fast. Oh yeah. I mean, man, we have a game here in my house. It's beat the popcorn, right? Popcorn setting, you just hit the popcorn setting, bang. Can you beat the popcorn? Every time. I'm a champ. I'm a popcorn champ. Oh shit. Johnny's Chop Shop. Rubbing one out means something different in Detroit. I don't know. I kind of assumed rubbing one out was a universal expression. If you're referring to rubbing someone out, then that's a completely different, and that's kind of a common expression. Rubbing one out in Detroit, what does that mean? I don't know. Johnny, you can explain that one to me. What does rubbing one out in Detroit mean? Banshun, the UK Public Indecency Act allows one to rub one out anywhere as long as one is not doing it to cause public offense. No, well, see, and that's the thing, right? Because like it's self-love, right? It's self-love, it's self-care, and everybody's all about their own mental health these days. So, I mean, it's like there's a legit reason to do it. There's a legit reason to do it. If you hate yourself, well, then you know you're not. But that's not healthy to hate yourself. I mean, come on. And we all are into our warhammering and, you know, painting and stuff like that. So, you know, we are well aware of the importance of maintaining mental health. So, yeah, by all means, rub one out. I'm rubbing one out right now. Hail boop. Kris out here being the one pump chump. The one pump, yeah, two-stroke engine. That's yeah, two-stroke engine is my handle. Jobs left nut. Isn't rubbing someone out you just helping your friend make good decisions? Well, that's the thing, right? But I don't. Rubbing someone out? Yeah. Is that what it means? No. I thought it meant like, you know, like, I didn't think it meant like. Johnny's Chop Shop. I just wanted to learn how to paint my model. Oh, right. Holy shit, it's already half an hour. I've been going on about this bullshit for half an hour. Jeez Louise. Oh, shit. Hail boop. I've forwarded this whole segment to the Secretary of Defense. I expect the announcement of invading Canada within the day. Can't have this incident parking lot rubbing one out crossing the border. Oh, it's already happening, dude. I can guarantee, boop, wherever you are, watch the parking lots. You're going to find somebody in there, one, rubbing one out, or two, getting some helmet. One of the two. Okay? If you just see one person in the parking lot and their head's kind of back, but you don't see any other movement, then they're getting helmet. If you see a bit of movement, then they're rubbing one out. By God, we have to go to the nuclear option. Not really. Again, check your parking lots, man. And this is for everybody all over the world. Whoever's watching this, watch your parking lots and look for the lone person in their car. Yeah, they're rubbing one out. And if you feel it necessary to run up on a person while they're in midst rubbing one out, yeah, caution. Just be cautious, because first, it's rude. Second, depending on where you are, there might be a response that you might not want. You might end up getting shot, not by a bullet, Ghost of Starman. So, anyone else pre-order Baird's Revenge today? Did anybody else? You know what? Yeah, let's jump over to the Games Workshop side of things. Simply mini painting. Y'all mofos need Jesus. Hail boop! I live near DC. There's only motorcades. Yeah, but you check them. You check them parking lots. Check them parking lots. Banshin, I need Jesus like I need a queef in the nostril. Oh man! All right, let's head over to the G Dubs. So Bayard's Revenge. It is 27 and a half. What is that? A half is what? A pence? Is that what that is? Or is a p a penny? I can't remember. I don't remember. Anyway, Bayard's Revenge. 27 bones. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the fucking site crashed on me. Really cool looking model. It's one of their limited commemorative series. Nice. We can even get a 360 view. Sweet. Now, I was making the joke earlier, but the orc, you could you could make him look like he's getting a handy. And he's in amidst his vinegar strokes. Just replace that sword with a dildo. Everybody out there's like, fuck you, man. That's awful. Oh man. That's pretty damn cool though. So that's probably what, about 50 bones my price, I think. Land Raider Proteus. This is tempting. This is very tempting. I'm an old school kind of guy, and this thing is tempting. Very tempting. Mainly because I'm eyeballing up, because I have not touched the Horus Heresy box set. And yeah, something like this, and painting up those Marines in that box set to be Crimson Fists, and getting one of these and painting it like Crimson Fists. Yeah. It's ideas. Right now though, I'm enthralled with the Leagues of Votan. And I kind of don't want to break stride. Oh, it's got all sorts of details. Oh, you can do it as Sons of Horus or Imperium. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Honestly, you know what would be kind of cool? Is if G-Dub ever put out a solid plastic frame for vehicles, all vehicles, Horus Heresy and 40K, of just the icons. Like, you know how they, like, because you see, like, on the sprue, right? All right, let's go back here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you see on the sprue how, you know, you have those icons, right? Come on, let me zoom in. For fuck's sake, let me zoom in. Where the fuck? Oh, no, I was on the right frame. Oh, that wasn't much of a zoom. Anyway, yeah, you see how you got the half icons because they're designed to sit on big flat surfaces? Why doesn't G-Dubs just put out a sprue with all the Legion symbols? Like this, so they're flat, so they'll fit on any of the tanks, Land Raiders, you know, Thunderhawks, whatever. And just put out a single frame that has a whole bunch of these icons on it. I'll bet that G-Dubs makes $1 bazillion doing that. Oh, right, we're not done yet. We got the Sons of Bahamut limited edition battle tome. Lumineth Realm. Wasn't it Lumineth last week? I think Lumineth was last week, wasn't it? King Broad. I've got King Broad. G-Dubs was kind enough to send me a copy of it. Did an unboxing. It's on this channel today. And yeah, honestly, I kind of want to put it together and as King Broad, mainly because I want to paint those little creeper duders. I want to paint the little dudes that are crawling all over them, and I kind of wish there were more. I kind of wish there were more of these little guys, like the little guy on the horn And, well, hanging off his horns, really. But yeah, I kind of want to put this guy together. The little creepers are just too damn fun. And I can easily see plushies of these little buggers. And why would the comparison of size be a Space Marine? Why? 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 Why on earth would you do that? Look at the sprues. Did that today on the video. Box art. Model. Beauty. All right, what else we got? Giants, Man Crusher Mob. There's a joke there somewhere. Man Crusher Gargant. Lumineth Realm Lords Vanguard. Battle Tome. Sons of Bahamut. Sons of Bahamut dice. Black orange. Interesting. Tomes, novels. Ha! Socks. It's kind of cool, actually. Not gonna lie. I kind of like the red socks. The red and black. It's kind of cool. More novels. Bubble. That was last week. Space Marines. Curse City. Oscilia. Yeah, okay. So today, really, it's the Tank, King Broad, Sons of Bahamut books, and the Bayard's Revenge. Interesting. So everybody out there who loves them, some G-dubs. Yeah, that's what's up for pre-order today. Man Crusher Mob. What do you think? What do you think my depraved brain goes to with a Man Crusher Mob? Sophie, wonder if there'll be new orc stuff and coming out. New orc stuff. Well, we just had the Snaggas, the Beast Snaggas. Was that what Beast Snaggas? Yeah, Snagga means something else around here, but anyway, yeah, we had those not too long ago. Is there more orcs that need to be done? I'm sure you can have plenty of orcs, right? I don't even know, like, and didn't they get a whole bunch of vehicles like not like a couple years back, like with the dragster and all that? I mean, you know, are they really? Is it really necessary for them to have it? I have no idea. Honestly, I think who needs an update? Well, obviously Eldar need to complete the update to the line. Who else? There's somebody else who needs models. I can't think of it. I can't think of who it is. I know there's somebody else who needs updated models. I can't think of it right now. Somebody needs new mod. Tau? No, Tau. Tau are pretty good. Dark Eldar? No. Harlequins? No. Space Marines? Sure. Imperial Guard are getting new models. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm thinking of. But we just got that preview today for Imperial Guard, and we know Imperial Guard are coming. Corn Marines, yeah, they definitely need models, and we know those are going to be coming. Maybe it was orcs. I don't think so, though, because, I mean, like, don't orcs have everything? Who else? I can't think of anything else. Just Eldar. Eldari. I honestly cannot think of any other army. I'm sure there's one. Chaos? I mean, Chaos, some of the things could get an update, like the Defiler, the Drake. Those are older designs. I think those need to be updated. I honestly cannot think of anything. Man. Ghost of Starman. Fun fact, 4 of the 5 sprues in the Proteus kit are also used in the Spartan. They're nice, but £10 for one pair of socks is ridiculous. Yeah, but they're specialty socks. And they're themed. Where else are you going to get Warhammer socks? I suppose there's probably some knockoffs out there, but yeah. 10 well, if you say $10, but That's $20 for me. The barfing sheep, there he is. What up, power bottoms? Power bottoms. I just stopped by to say hello since I haven't been seen any of you in a while. You're looking extra queamy with the new look, my bro. Yeah, you know, I just shaved. If you notice, I did a stream earlier this morning, you know, for Warhammer Day and, you know, getting all those previews this morning. You may notice my hair is longer, and then you may notice that my hair is shorter now. So, spoiler. that just to spoil that stream. Banshun. So you're gonna sculpt a fleshlight club for King Broad? I'm not saying I'm not. He's just holding this giant flashlight. That's weird. That's weird even for me. That's weird. Ghost of Starman. The recent orc releases have mostly added new stuff, so a lot of old models in the range still need updating. Also, Noise Marines desperately need a proper kit. Yes, Noise Marines, I think they should totally keep going with that theme that they created for the Noise Marine. That special Noise Marine was kind of a one-off. They should have did a whole unit that made them all look like a full-on, like, it'd be probably a little too jokey or campy if they were like a full rock band, but something in those lines, right? I think that would be really cool. And even like proper, like they don't have to be Noise Marines, but you know, just regular Slaanesh cult Marines. I think there should be that distinction too, right? Because some people like, because I remember back in the day, you had regular Chaos Marines, but you could also have Chaos Marines with the cult marking or the God marking. But then Plague Marines were like a specialty. Khorne Berserkers were a specialty. Thousand Suns were a specialty, and Noise Marines were a specialty, right? So you can have like Slaanesh, you know, Marines, but the Noise Marines themselves, the ones with the sonic weapons, they were a special choice. And it'd be kind of fun if they just did sculpts for Chaos Marines who looked more Khorne, who looked more Tzeentch, who looked more Nurgle, and who looked more Slaanesh, alongside having the themed units, right? Plague Marines, Berserkers, Thousand Suns, and Noise Marines. I think that'd be cool. That would be cool. And it's an excuse for them to make more models and sell more models. I mean, you know, I think everybody wins. Well, I use the term wins loosely, but yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool as well. But anyway, yeah. All right, so we had a look at the G-dubs. So I can close that down. I don't really need that one up anymore. We got a couple emails to do today. Oh, you know what? Let's do the Instagram side of things. Now, I did not get the Instagrams working like I usually do, where I usually have it as a full screen. So I had to do a kind of a workaround to make it work. For whatever reason, something got updated and fucked everything up. I blame Instagram. Ghost of Starman. You can imagine Slaaneshi Terminators with massive speakers instead of the Cyclone missile launchers on the back. That would be sick. That would be cool. Yeah, Terminator with like the big honking speakers. Yeah. Yeah, even like the cult Terminators, right? You give us new Chaos Terminators, like a generic Terminator for like Black Legion or whatever, and then give us cult Terminators, and then, you know, give us the special Terminator, or having the cult Terminators have like special add-ons kind of thing, right? So like a Plague Marine Terminator, you know, could look like a regular kind of Chaos Terminator, but he would have a bit more of a Nurgle look to him. But then if you really wanted to Nurgify him, then, you know, you give him like, you know, the stacks, or have him like flies buzzing around him, and you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Make him look a little bit more like Typhus. And you do that for all the Marines, right? Where, you know, you have the one kit, but then you can have like the additional add-ons, and you can have even more add-ons to make it more of, you know, in line with the god. Like he's a proper Plague Marine Terminator, right? Are Terminators even still a thing? Have Terminators been updated? Terminators haven't been updated. Not since like Gravis came out, right? Because Gravis kind of takes the role of Terminators these days. Do they not? So, yeah. Jabba's Live Nut. It's good that GW is selling socks so their customers have something themed to beat off into while sitting in the parking lot. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're spending that kind of money on them, why not do it in style, right? Why not do it in style, you know? Especially if you're in there for some 40K themed miniatures, you can beat it off into the parking lot and into a 40K themed sock, right? I think, you know, really realistically, I think G-dubs really should be applauded for that kind of consideration for their customer base, because yeah, selling everybody socks, that makes sense. Everybody's having a quick wank in the parking lot, and you know, having 40K themed socks makes more sense when you look at it through that lens. Ghost of Starman, Chaos Terminators were updated as part of the mid-8th Chaos release, but we still haven't seen the Loyalist Terminators for a long time. Oh, there is Chaos Terminators? I don't want to go back to the G-Dub site. I don't feel like going all the way back. Let's do Instagram, because I got this all set up and it's all raring to go. It's raring to go. Rare. It's all raring. All right. So Instagram, if you want to be part of this little segment of the show, use the hashtag Way of the Brush. Do it. Do it now. No, you don't have to do it now. Anyway, all right. So I've got it on my phone, and boom. There we go. Let's move over this way. Yeah, we'll move over here. Barfing sheep, Slaneshi condoms. Ugh. Spiked for their pleasure. Anyway, all right, let's have a look. So I got it on recent, right? Because you got top. Yeah, recent. Oops, shit. There we go. So I'm basically just doing this off my phone right now. All right. This one is from Alex. Let's make sure we give this a like. There we go. It is the commemorative sniper from Warhammer Plus. I still have mine. I haven't done anything with mine yet. Mine's sitting in there. Really like the weathering. Can we get a closer look? Yes, we can. Really nice painting. I love the weathering. I love that combination of rust and patina on the... what's that name? Calm. Anyway, welcome. Drisky TV? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I really like this. I like the patina. I like, you know, how the rifle and his suit. I like how the careful, clean nature of it all, versus like how weathered and everything the statue is. I like that. Oh, we even get a backside. Very rare we get the backside. We zoom right in on his bum. Yeah, I really like your weathering on the metals and everything. And see, the thing is like I see a lot of people going this route with this piece, basically painting it like the box art, really, which is fine. But I kind of want to do something different from mine, and I'm still having a hard time figuring out what I want to do because I don't want it to look like everybody else's. You know, Kris. You know, Kris. Kris wants to do things his way, and yeah, the weathering's fantastic though. Like I like right there at the chin. I like that. Like that's some really good weathering. I guess this piece really is kind of about the weathering because the statue that he's hiding in, right, is so predominant, right? Very, very cool. Just because we're off my phone too, I got to be careful. Got to be careful what I'm showing here. I don't know what this is about. Artist, not some asshole in his Leagues of Votan. This one here is Disco Mini Painter. Make sure we give that a like. Some what is it? Flames of War, or no? Bolt Action, right? Bolt Action is this 25 mil. That's so cool. Now we've seen a few pictures of Disco's work. He's been, you know, showing us the terrain and stuff like that. And he had a diorama. He was working on some rubble. I like it. Very, very cool. Some asshole in his Leagues of Votan. Simply Mini Painting. Make sure we give that a like. Ooh. Speaking of snaggas, look at this. Really like the color scheme. It's fun. It's, I mean, like, there's a lot of colors going on, but I think it's fun. Yeah. I think we could have weathered the decal just a little bit. Very, very cool. Oh, there we go. There's another idea for a sex toy. Can you imagine that plug? I bet you can imagine it. You're imagining it now, aren't you? You know those ones that are like machine operated and they go back and forth, right? That's what I'm imagining right now. Oi, geez Louise. Andy Loja. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bravo. Good boy. Good. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, so you can totally imagine that being machine operated and just, you know. Yeah, I really like the way you did the armor. Transitioning from that purple to the blue, I like that. I didn't catch it when I first looked at the first photo. Yeah, in the first photo, it doesn't seem quite as apparent. You can see where the icon is, but I didn't catch that before. It wasn't until on this angle. I guess you really see. I was too distracted by the little grot with the sex toy that I didn't catch the armor going on right there. No, I like that. That's really cool. I like that. Good stuff. All right. Thank you. Simply. Oh, another Disco Duke. Make sure to give that one a like. Oh, look at that. Got his flamethrower. He's burninating. I like this shot, actually. I like this as a picture. I like this. This feels like a moment from the war kind of thing. If you had like a crushed car in the background or something like that, that'd be really cool. You know, or a tank in the background kind of thing. Whatever, right? I mean, just, you know, fill it up a little bit. Feels a little empty right there, just behind him kind of thing. Really cool, though. Love all the detail and the texture. Yeah. I like bolt action. I don't know if I like it enough that I'd want to jump into it, but yeah. It's pretty cool. I've watched a few games. I've never demoed it. I've never, you know, checked it out or anything like that. But I've watched it a few times, and it's very, very interesting. And I like the alternating dice thing. I like that. That's fun. Some asshole in his Leagues of Votan. Kim with a Volkswagen. Very, very nice. Metallic. Is it metallic blue? That's not your legit license plate, is it? Hopefully not. That blue is beautiful. More of a cyan, right? Yeah. Needs fuzzy dice hanging off the rear view. Very, very cool. Love bug. What does it say on the other side? Very, very cool. Really nice work, Kim. This one is from good buddy Zach. Give that a like. Did I give the last one a like? Yeah, I did. This one is, what is it, Infinity or something? I don't even know. I don't even know what this model's from. Very cool. Color scheme. Nice work on the sword. I like the base. Kind of has that frozen tundra kind of vibe to it. Very cool. From this angle, it almost looks like a Star Wars character. Like it should be in Star Wars. I don't know. Is it from Star Wars? Could very well be from Star Wars, for all I know. Yeah. Oh, wait. Something on the... What's that on the base? What's that? That little orange thing. Oh, is this... This has got to be Infinity then, right? Yeah, this is for your facing markings. Yeah, that's what that is. I didn't know. Oops. There we go. This one's from Kevin Cabal. Did I give the last one a like? I did. Kevin Cabal. I haven't been reading them. Oops. Oh, well, we're just looking anyway. Kevin, if you really need to know what's going on in these photos, be sure to use the hashtag Way of the Brush, and that way you can peruse them. Just click, make sure you're on most recent tab. Love the base. Is he like huffing? Is he huffing fumes or something? You know what this kind of looks like? From this angle, this looks like he's smelling panties. Is he a panty sniffer? Fucking weirdo. Or is he taking a haul off his pipe? Does he even have a face? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Do we got a front picture? We don't even get a fucking front picture here? Jeez Louise. Come on, Kevin. Really, really cool. I like the purple. I like the model. I love all the little flowers around him. The model looks like it's really quite small. So, yeah. Oop. Gamer grass, apparently. Zen painting. Oh, I like that too. Oh, we're back to one. Okay, we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're done. Let me know if you guys kind of like the way doing the Instagram like this or the way I used to do it. Because if it doesn't quite work out, you know, doing it this way. If you guys don't care for doing it like this, we could change it back to the other way once I figure out a way to do that. He's all done, by the way. I'm done him. Anybody who was wondering, he's done. He's done. Just a tabletop. Nothing fancy. Yeah, we're done. Right? I guess maybe we'll refresh. Can we refresh? Refresh. Oh, jeez. Somebody added one. There we go. It's probably Kim. Nope. Simply Mini Painting. There we go. Okay, we got a fresh one in here. We'll give that a like right away. Immediately. If you're using a fresh one, get in a like. Sorry, I got in-laws arriving and stuff, so everybody's making noise and everything like that. If it sounds like you're hearing a lot of background noise, yeah, in-laws stopped by. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, in case anybody was wondering. Really nice work on the flesh. I like the face. I like the color scheme. Yeah, it's really cool. Ooh, the cloak. Really cool. I could tell you spent some time on the cloak here. Yeah, I like how you concentrated your highlights right through the middle. Did you start off with a Zenithal Prime? Really nice work. Oh, what's that on his hip? Oh, a little bottle. Oh, did you go for a little transparencies? Is that what you did there? Hold on, I gotta zoom right in here. Fuck off. Man, give me closer. Oh, can't get any closer. Screen's not big enough. Very, very nice work. Simply. Really good stuff. Yeah. I like it. I really like your work on the flesh and the back of the cloak here from this angle. That looks like you spent a lot of time, you know, refining that highlight through the center and everything. Yeah, I dig it. And the flesh from this angle, the flesh looks really good, like the face and the arms. Yeah, that like I can even see like you went with probably what 3 or 4 layers of transition there for the arm, like for that flesh. Like, just keep painting and try not to be in a rush when you're painting. Try. Okay, we done now? Is there any more? Is anybody more anybody adding any? Here, let's go. One more. No? No, that's it. Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Jesus H. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm done No, I'm just kidding. I want to thank you guys for using the hashtag Way of the Brush. It's a lot of fun. Again, you know, I don't really critique work on the Instagrams, mainly because, you know, most of the time people are just sharing their work and they're not really looking for feedback. So that's why I usually don't, you know, offer feedback on Instagram. If you want feedback on your work, send me emails. And if you're going to send emails, send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites. Alrighty. Where are we here? Evan Belleau, Slaneshi Tickler. Well, of course, right? Sophie, a good GW sex toy would be an Imperial First vibrator. Imperial First vibrator? Like a vibrator with the Aquila on it? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea or anything, but I mean, it's got to also be comfortable, right? And yeah, I mean, like when I'm first thinking of like, you know, an Imperial dildo or vibrator, I mean, it's either Necron or Mechanicus because it's mechanical, right? And it's kind of a joke, right? So if you picked up, you know, Mechanicus and it kind of looked like one of the mechadendrites, right? Boom, right? If it was kind of Necron-y, you know, had like little engraving circular things, and you know, it had like, I don't know, Necron-y things to it, you know, that kind of thing. Sure. Yeah. Lord Krabby, there he is at work. Blah blah blah. Hello, Kris and Monkeys. Hello. Hopefully you don't have us on speakers because, my God, man, my God, it's been a conversation so far. It's Warhammer Day, and we're talking Warhammer themed sex toys. So, you know, draw from that what you will. Evan Belleau. Also, Kris, maybe squig pong balls. Just for reasons. Or something. I'll see myself up. Squig pong balls? You mean like the anal beads? Is that what you're talking about? Like squig anal beads? Yeah, totally. I mean, shit, you literally, you could, squig. You could go Tyrannid Ripper. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you want to do Ripper balls, but some people might shy away from that. Oh, what kind of anal beads did you get? Oh, I got the Ripper anal beads. They'd be like, what? Ripper? No, thank you. Ripper damn near killed her. Anyway, of course, too, we've also ignored the other side of the market with the Age of Sigmar themed stuff, right? Like we're totally missing the other half of the IP. Like, man, like these, again, we could go on for hours designing and again, this is just a brainstorm session, and if anybody from Games Workshop is actually listening, which they don't, yeah, Warhammer themed sex toys, the wave of the future is rubbing one out in the parking lot with your new Warhammer themed sex toys. There we go. Kim, hey, a bit late, but I'm here. Welcome, Kim, because yeah, we're just brainstorming right now. We're just bouncing ideas back and forth here, and you know, because realistically, Way of the Brush is more like a think tank. That's really what this is. That's what I envisioned having all the monkeys. Right? Like they make the joke about having like 100 monkeys on typewriters. Let's have 100 monkeys brainstorming Warhammer ideas. And yeah, so this is a think tank. And so that's why I'm always on the lookout for innovation and creative thought, because that's who I like to surround myself with, is really intelligent, creative individuals. And yeah, and so far, I mean, I would like to have more of the monkeys, you know, fit that shoe, but you know, that's okay too. I mean, the rest are along for the ride. I mean, I'm not saying that nobody can't come for the ride. By all means, hop on. It's like it's like seeing the subway go by, or one of those trains in India that goes by. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I mean, if trains look like that, and it's all monkeys hanging off of it, and it's the way of the brush train just taking off, and all the monkeys are just standing all over the place, and hell, even having lunch and shit like that. Yeah, let's do it. Excuse me. All right. Okay, so we took care of Instagram. We took care of G-Dub's pre-order. We've brainstormed a little bit. I've got a couple emails that we can go through. It's a little bit early for emails, but you know what? Because I have company over today, I may just keep to the 120 minutes of this show. So, yeah. Jabba's of not. I've always thought we were the best and the brightest. You are. I mean, I have an eye for talent, and I know that a lot of the monkeys that float within this cesspool are some of the most intelligent and creative individuals. I know that because I have an eye for it. I know what genius looks like. And this little cesspool of ours that we're in, yeah. The cream truly does float to the top. Oh, shit. Am I laying it on a little thick today? Does it feel like I'm laying it on thick? I don't know, because I was up early because holy shit, I'm an idiot. I the ad for, you know, doing the Warhammer Day 40K reveals said 8 a.m. Chicago, and I was like, oh yeah, 8 a.m. Chicago. Chicago's not that, it's far, but I mean, it's not that far. It's far though. In North American terms, it's really not that far. It's half a day, not even half a day's drive. Anyway, but I completely forget that Chicago is at the edge of the central time zone. So Chicago time, even though you could drive 2 minutes across the street, it doesn't take 2 minutes to drive across the street, but you took 2 minutes to drive, and you're outside of central time zone, and you're back in Eastern time zone. And I don't understand why Games Workshop wants to say Chicago time when really they should be going by Eastern Standard Time for a lot of North America, because that's where all the important people are in North America. Everything that is important in North America happens in the Eastern time zone. All the other time zones, it really doesn't fucking matter, other than maybe Pacific, where California, West Coast. Maybe. Otherwise, yeah, Eastern time zone, everything should be Eastern. When you're talking North America, Eastern time zone, because again, like I said, that's where all the important shit is happening. Everything else, it's, you know, it's backwardsness. It's, you know, it's like it's the Middle Earth type stuff. So anyway, yeah, I made the mistake this morning, getting up really early. I got up at 7 my time because I was getting ready to do the live stream, and then I was like, oh shit, wait, this is Chicago time. This 8 a.m. for them is my 9 a.m. And I had already sent out like the tweets and, you know, the notifications and stuff like that. I'm like, fuck it. I said, I'll just leave it. I'll do the stream, you know, at the time. And yeah, so I started the day off good. But mind you though, I've already killed a pot of coffee today. So, and even before I've done this show. And yeah, that's probably why I'm a little wired, I suppose. Could be a little bit wired. Kim, I'm definitely not one of them. No creative or innovation skills. You're wrong, Kim. You're wrong. You're absolutely, I know you're wrong. I know you're a creative individual. Innovation? Yeah. It's not one or the other. It's a gradient, right? And creative is the same way too. It's a spectrum, right? Innovation's a spectrum. Creativity is a spectrum, you know. And no, I know, Kim, you're a creative individual. Jabba's Left Nut. Awesome. I'm one of the best and brightest floater. Jabba, you are the brightest floater. I don't know about the best. That's debatable. But brightest? Oh yeah, you 100% are the brightest. I mean, when you're looking at the whole thing of everything just floating at the top, and you see, hey, look at that. What is that one bright thing right in there? Like that. Everything else is like an even color, but that one is really, really bright. That's Jabba right there. He's the brightest. Oh shit. Kim, GW should go into cannabis industry with the Squig Rider Bong. See, there you go, innovation. See, Kim, I knew it. I knew it. See, he just proved my point that he is creative and innovative. And yeah, GW should enter into the cannabis market with Warhammer themed products. My God, yeah, like bongs, pipes, rollers, containers, implements. Man, the list goes on. I would totally pick up a Warhammer themed bong or water pipe. I like water pipes, but yeah, even like recipes. Hell, if they even got into growing it and had their own strains. Oh man, Pure Strain. That's the perfect time to use that name. Pure Strain Gene Stealer. Maybe Gene Stealer might freak people out though. He's sitting there, you smoke a whole bowl of it. And, oh, what are you smoking? I'm smoking Pure Strain Gene Stealer. Yeah. Fuck. See, this is the think tank. Again, you got to be part of the think tank to be at the cutting edge of innovation, and this is where it starts. Jobs left nut. Nurgling HTC gummies. HTC. THC. You mean THC? Yeah. Nurgling THC gummies. Yeah, little nurglings that are THC or CBD fucking gummies. That's an excellent idea. But yeah, man, these are fucking brilliant. See, again, I knew you guys were creative and innovative. Again, the best of the best of the best with honors. Oh, I fucking hit myself. Goes to Starman. The new Nurgle Duders for Warcry had plenty of pipes that could be marketed easily. Yeah, exactly. The Rotmeyer Creed. Rotmeyer Creed. Yeah, those guys, the little pan pipes. Yeah, definitely. Fuck yeah, man. See, again, fucking brilliance. I'm in the presence of brilliance. Kim, the Cryptek, Grot Pocket Green. Grot Pocket Green. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a play on the Cryptek word because I kind of get what you're going with, like something chronic, but Cryptek, chronic tick. No, that sounds like an actual condition. I don't know if you want to go with that chronic tech. Oh, what's that wrong with that guy? Oh, he's got chronic tech. Oh, is it contagious? I don't know. Yeah. Kim, there's no end with strain names in GW. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, fucking Pure Strain, Primarch, fucking, let's go with some Age of Sigmar stuff. Mega Gargant, fuck, King Brood, fucking King Brood as a flavor. What are you smoking? I'm smoking some King Brood. Not smoking, but smoking. Oh shit. Sophie posted a picture in Discord of a cup I'm getting Dad for Christmas. Oh, sweet. I don't have Discord up right now. I turned it off. Like I said, my computer was cycling pretty hard. Now it's actually calmed down. I think it was because of being connected to my phone. I think that's what it was. Anyway. Ghost Starman, if GW launch a Cryptek currency, I'm quitting forever. Cryptek currency? Well, now we're just having to play on words all over the place. Like, again, like realistically, we should just start fucking working for the licensing department at GW because, like, obviously we all have a knack for fucking just putting the IP on everything, right? Kim, Lord Croak? Lord Croak. Yeah. Jobs left nut. I'm smoking Skaven Delight. I love it. I'm smoking Skaven Delight. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Shit. I got in-laws over. I probably am gonna consume a brownie as soon as I'm done the show. Yeah, because we're doing a get together later with friends and everything like that. So, Ghost of Starman, green warpstone meth would be cool. I don't know about that. I can't condone meth, especially in North America here. Did you see in the States a whole bunch of people with federal charges of cannabis were all pardoned? Well, not all, but you know, everybody who fit the criteria. Yeah, we're pardoned. I think that's cool. I think that's a really great idea. Mainly because I mean, you know, cannabis charges are bullshit. So you know, now if you were actually bringing in kilos and kilos of the stuff, then yeah, that's a problem. But if you were growing in your backyard or you had a little greenhouse or whatever, it was just personal use. Like, that's not a crime. That's not a crime. Cannabis, for the most part, by and large, other than mass distribution illegally, it's not a crime. You know? And it's bullshit that, natural substances are controlled. That's bullshit. How do you control nature? Oh, that can't grow. That's not allowed to grow. Even though it's native to the area. Oh, that can't grow. Right? These are ideas of colonialism, and yeah, it can control nature. You can't control nature. Anytime you try, it fucking immediately reminds you that you don't. We have no control over it. Ghost of Starman. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think it would look cool. It would look cool, yeah, sure. Green warpstone meth. I mean, if you were doing a Halloween Warhammer themed party and you had warpstone meth and you were some version of Walter White but as a Skaven, sure, right? That would be fun. Kind of mash up pop culture with Warhammer as a theme for a Halloween party. That would be fun. You might even get me to attend it. But if there was actual meth, no, not so much. Kim, cannabis should be legal all over the board. I'm smoking a fat joint just now, and it's not legal in Norway. It's not legal in Norway? Really? Yeah, that you guys need to talk to your magistrate or whoever it is that apparently thinks they have authority over you. But yeah, yeah. That seems to be a course correction right there. It should, yeah. I agree, Kim. Cannabis should be legal everywhere. If it grows from the earth naturally and without like any human help, which of course everything in the universe does not need humans to intervene. Yeah, it's arrogance to think that no, it's better with humans. Not really. Ghost of Starman. Skaven Walter White wouldn't work. He'd just spend all day getting high on his own supply. Walter White doesn't get high on his supply. Walter White actually doesn't use drugs. If you watch Breaking Bad. And if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, you should watch it. It's a good show. When it was on. Yeah. But yeah, Walter wouldn't get high on his supply. I mean, if you showed up to the party, or you were the host of the party, and you were dressed as a Skaven Walter White, yeah, warpstone meth, warpstone crystal meth, that would be cool. That's a fun idea. Evan Belleau, stink tank maybe, stink tank. All right, yeah, we're gonna jump to it a little bit early. But I'm feeling good about it. Yeah. So if you are wearing headphones, turn them up or down because here it comes. Oh. Email time. usually end up waiting till like I see like the little, meter stop moving. Anyway, this one is from our good buddy Scott Radum. It's a Necromunda guy pointing with a weird hook gloves. What the shit is that glove thing even about? If all goes well, I am not on the stream today, as Friday night should be a big celebration night for me, so knock on wood that I'm seeing this later. Still trying to work on non-metallic metal. It's not there, but getting a little bit more better, I hope. I am planning on Adepticon. My friend is spending a lot of time on a couple of categories, and then to have my worth as a person judged arbitrarily by some GW dudes. My hope is to make the cut. If I do, success. If not, I have learned all about the noble Japanese pastime referred to as seppuku. Seppuku? I'll try. I'll try that. And if it works, it'll help me rally and place better in 2024. Anyway. It's a bit dark, but yeah, lovely. I dig it. I like it. Sorry, I'm having a look here. I'm absorbing. Well, I really liked what you did with the base there. I like the sandy texture as well. That's really good. I like the texture on the cloth. I like how you have that separation like that. I definitely like your choice in the base as well. Going with a really light color. I mean, it's ash wastes, right? So, everybody's kind of got that, sandy based everything going on. And you're still playing with non-metallic metal. You feel like you still haven't gotten it. I'm not sure why you would feel that. Although some of the areas, it does feel the lighting is not all there. What I mean by that is like the underside of his hand, and I'm looking at his leg, and a little bit of the weapon. It's too dark at the bottom side. For non-metallic metal, it should be brighter on the bottom side. For the stereotypical non-metallic metal, and same with like you see how the cylinder forms on his staff, how you're running basically parallel to the line that the staff is running. What in a real non-metallic metal situation, that there should be more of a horizon line there in some of those instances. But again, it all depends on what kind of surface you're imagining, right? If it's totally reflective or if it's more of a burnished metal. I mean, that again can look that way as well, where you see these kind of streaks that run vertically along through the surface versus it being more mirror-like, where you'll see more of a horizon line, these kinds of things, right? But yeah, like I'm looking at like the hand, and like it needs brighter color underneath. And I think with these kinds of models, like if you're really going to push this non-metallic metal, I think the color that you use for the sand, you should have that on the underside of the non-metallic metal surfaces. So it kind of gives the either the impression of the reflected light, or the idea that these surfaces are a bit more reflective, right? And so we're actually seeing the desert in the reflected metals. Does that make sense, Scott? I hope that makes sense. Oh, he's not even here. Oh, right, he's not even here. The Barfing Sheep, the Green H who stole Wamis. Are we talking about themes for parties? Ghost of Starman Deluxe. I'd better make myself scarce. Hungary. Enjoy the rest of the show, monkeys. Later, duder. Kim. Nice cup, Sophie. Oh, yeah, the cup. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out after the thingy. Yeah, be perfect for him, LOL, and Kris, LOL. What? Why? What did Kris do? I don't know what Kris did. Kris didn't do anything that warranted an LOL, so I don't know what you're laughing about, Sophie. Unless, of course, you're a cannibal and the consumption of human flesh has driven you mad. I can't remember what is that called? When people get from eating human flesh, there's an enzyme that builds up and it inhibits like brain activity and makes you kind of go fucking bonkers. What is that called? Cannibals that end up with that thing that makes them cannibals, right? Anyway, this next one here is from Scott. It's October, baby. Remember Cruel Boy Summer? What a time that was to be alive. Finally got around to painting one. Still working non-metallic metal. October, baby. Pick one up, everybody. If you don't paint an orc for October, then your whole family will get sick and die. So paint one up. Jeez. That's grim, buddy. That's grim. That's a little grim. But here we go. Cruel Boy. I really like the shield. That looks like a bronze on that shield. That looks like bronze to me. That immediately reads as bronze. Very, very cool. I like your work on the flesh too. I like the values you used in the shadows. I like that. I always like when they use more warmer values to shade orc flesh. It gives it it gives it that really kind of realistic quality. The really nice work on the leather. Like it looks like gungy old leather, like almost like you know when you have like suede and it's been out like you have like a hide that's short hair. That's what that looks like. It looks like short-haired hide. Say that 10 times fast. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's really nice work, man. Yeah, I mean, as far as like, you know, painting up a competition piece or getting ready to do competition pieces, you have all the necessary abilities to go and do it, and I'm sure this would place. I think realistically, all you got to do is just spend a little bit more time. Like the leather, obviously, I can see like the leather feels like you did quite a bit, and you spent a lot of time building that up. The flesh is probably like the second most, but it feels like where you started getting down to the feet, it feels like, you know, you were losing steam. It feels like there's steam is lost somewhere during the process. And I think when you start hitting those points where, I just want to paint this, I want to paint that, I think you should stop, put the model down, and come back to it when you're ready to get back to work on it again. Don't rush it. Now, I realize that you're probably just, you know, viewing these more like trial runs and practice, which is, you know, obviously fine. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you were to enter Golden Demon with any of these pieces, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if these placed. I would not be shocked. Because it's really good. I think the only thing that I would see from a lot of these pieces is just a little bit more control on the finer details, and just, you know, paying more attention on just the most minute of details. And yeah, that's really it. And just taking your time, because a couple points feel like you were kind of moving quickly through it, and some other feel like you spent a lot of time on. The areas where you spent a lot of time, it shows, and the places where you kind of, you know, sped up the process a bit, it shows as well, because when you view something that looks like you spent a lot of time on, and then another where you kind of just went through it rather quickly, they do kind of feel a bit more apparent. And yeah. Also, your use of color is very interesting. you often like a lot of the pieces, at least that I've been seeing lately, feel very muted in values. It feels like you're going very realism heavy. If your goal is to go more realism heavy, then yeah, I think going with the non-metallic metal, but with the reflected light sources, is the area where you should really be, trying to up your game. Because, like, for example, like on the mask, that feels more like the shorthand version of non-metallic metal. And even on the staff, where was that picture on the side of the staff? Yeah, this feels more like shorthand, and not, how that rust. Like, see where you get down by the handle of the halberd or his spear, I can see rusting effects, but that entire surface probably would be a little bit rusty. You know how like an old axe that's been out in the weather, it's still sharp, but you still get some rusting going on. That feels like that's what this surface needs. Also, as well, your work on flatter surfaces. Also, you could do a bit more of rendering textures and even images or symbols, topography, anything like that, right? Yeah, but really good work, Scott. Thank you for the email. And yeah, I mean, if you're going to Adepticon and competing, I'm sure you're going to place. I'm sure, because it's really good, and all it takes is for you to really kind of dive into any particular piece and just work away at it and expect to work at it for 100 hours, right? Even a little model like that, like just a simple orc boy, and spending 100 hours on it, that's where you're gonna be, right? Sophie, you'll see when you see the cup. Okay. Barfing Sheep, shivers? Sophie, nice, like how it looks. Yeah, exactly. Sentil Entorn. Hi. Sentil Entorn? Sentil Entorn? Am I saying that right? I'm Ron Burgundy. Anyway, welcome. So we got through our emails. We got through the Instagrams. We got through the GW pre-orders. Sorry, I was clicking the email here. Yeah, we got everything. We're good to go. What time are we at? Shit, we got half an hour. We got a half an hour to kill, people. What shall we talk about? What do you want to talk about? I know some of you are probably like, I don't know. Sentinel. Yep, you are. Just got done staring at the new army preview they just did. Yeah, I know. The Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum. It's exciting. And then they also showcased the Storm Vault kill team that has the Khazarkins in it. That's exciting. Mainly because the Khazarkins, well, can be folded into the new Astra Militarum. Nope. Dark Mechanicus. Dark Mechanicus? Oh, you mean you mean at the end, the video, and they show the Dark Mechanicus? Yeah? You think that's what it is? You don't think it's a new demon engine, or maybe a possessed demon engine, or new Warpsmith, maybe a new character for Chaos? Chaos is kind of lacking in a lot of characters, I think, because you got what, Abaddon, Fabius, Karn, Mortarion, Magnus. No Fulgrim yet. Lucius, the old version. Yeah, that's. Oh, and Airman as well. That's it. They need some more characters. The Imperium's got characters in spades. Eldar doesn't really have any characters either. Just Eldrad, the Sniper Duder. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Uriel. Yeah. There's not many characters. Sophie. Kris, do you have a vid on doing green skin that'll look good for a Hulk? I have some videos on green skin. I don't know if on my channel. I've made painting orc flesh videos. Do I have one on the channel? And I've recently been moving Fresh Tips videos to members only. So, yeah, unfortunately, got to be a member to view the tutorials. Just to keep things exciting. I'm trying to think. Do I have any painting orc flesh? I mean, like, you can take any of the tutorials of painting flesh and just swap out the colors. Dark greens, you know, stuff like that. But again, I mean, I'm going to assume, like, because you're painting She-Hulk, you want to paint it like She-Hulk. But no, I honestly don't know. I know at Mini Wargaming, in the Quick Tip series, I'm pretty sure I've done various ways of painting orc flesh. But, yeah, I don't know if on my channel I have. Russ Sandbags, are you looking forward to 10th edition? What would you like to see? What would I like to see? Like as far as game-wise or model-wise? Model-wise, I'd like to see the Eldari get fully, you know, not reimagined, like upgraded with the kits. What's that word? I'm lost at the word now. Resculpted? Yeah. Like fire dragons, striking scorpions, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the aspect warriors get new kits. Updated. That's the word. Updated. Yeah, I'd like to see Eldari, them get that product line completely, you know, in the 21st century, as opposed to having models that are still part of, you know, the last edition. The rest of the Phoenix Lords obviously need to be updated. And I mean, with 10th edition, I mean, as far as rules are concerned, well, I haven't played a lot of 9th edition, so I can't really say what I'd like to see more of. Because since 8th edition, 40k has become very playable. I know a lot of people complain about bloated rule sets, but not like 6th, 7th edition. Yeah. Like the 10th edition, I mean, like it's an update, you know? I mean, is it necessary? Nah. I don't know. Not really. Could they accomplish the same thing in a big massive campaign type of update where, you know, they move the main storyline of the game and, you know, like it seems like that's where they're pushing things with the arc of, what the heck's it called? The arc of the thingamabobber, the new thing they were showcasing today, and you know, a new way to play 40k. Now, like that's fine, but you know, like 8th edition and 9th edition, really the only difference is clarity. You know, with 10th edition, I imagine it's probably going to be more like 8th and 9th, just with some things removed and some things added in and some things clarified, and you know, like it's a refining, right? And you would think that the game, having gone through 10 edition changes, would be a really streamlined game, and yet it's not, right? Which is kind of, you know, like what kind of game do they want? Do they want it so that it is this excellent, balanced game, responsive, plays very, very well in, you know, home situations or in tournaments, you know, or is it merely just another vehicle to sell models? You know, you can have that conversation, right? So, yeah. I don't think it's necessary, especially if like 10th edition is pretty much 9th edition and 8th edition. Like, you know, like if the rules are being streamlined and everything's being is being tailored, then any books from now until then should also have that new edition, right? And when they change editions, you should never completely destroy all the previous rule sets, you know, unless of course it is a complete change, in which case you might as well can't call it an edition change. You might as well just say it's a whole new game, or it's, you know, so that people who enjoy the previous editions, and nothing stops anybody from playing Rogue Trader, 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 4th, you know what I mean? Nothing stops you from playing those previous editions of the game that you enjoyed, right? Like there's aspects of 2nd edition. 2nd edition is not perfect by any stretch, but 2nd edition, there's a lot of things that I enjoyed about playing games of 2nd edition. Like there was a lot of fun to be had. Even Rogue Trader was a lot of fun. It was completely open-ended. But you know, you bring in newer models, newer way of doing things and stuff like that, and then those older game mechanics sometimes, you know, they don't quite hold up. So again, you know, I don't think when they do like when they went from 2nd edition to 3rd edition, well, even Rogue Trader, Rogue Trader in 2nd edition, the rules were still fairly similar. Some things were dropped, but for the most part, it was like 2nd edition was more like a streamlining of Rogue Trader. 3rd edition, from 2nd edition to 3rd edition, that was a big change up in the edition, and you know, all the codexes immediately were irrelevant, and yeah, then you get into 8th edition, and you have like another massive shakeup of, you know, the core rules and, you know, everything like that. But at least when they went into 8th edition, they advanced the storyline of Warhammer 40,000, right? With the whole Dark Imperium. So we got that. But otherwise, you know, yeah, I don't really like when they do these big, massive changes to the game. I don't think that's very good. A big, massive change to the game really should be more of a generational type thing. Every 20 years, you can change the game, kind of thing, right? But I think with edition changes, it's always should be a streamlining process, refining, right? Making it tighter, making the rules tighter and more concise. But unfortunately, the way a lot of the rules get written, even just the very language in the rule books, is inconsistent. And that is the first and foremost thing that I think the books should all get on the same page with, is a consistent use of language and what words actually mean, right? Like when they say may or shall, right? We all have to be on the same page as what that means. And it gets used in different instances all over the place, and it's annoying. It's annoying. It doesn't help, and that's where you get a lot of these dumb conflicts from, you know. Sentinel and Torn, yeah, there was too many things going on. Yeah, Sophie, 10th edition already. It wasn't long ago 9th came out. No, exactly, right? I mean, like, again, I personally don't think it's necessary. I think an edition change should only come when it becomes stagnant and nobody's really playing, right? People were leaving in droves during 5th and 6th and 7th edition of 40k. Everybody came back at 8th. Everybody who loved 40k were dusting off their armies at 8th edition, right? 7th and 6th edition, yeah, people were like, oh, this game is just, like, you had to bring, like, a big stack of books like this just to play a fucking game, and it's too much. It's too much. And, of course, the digital assets and everything weren't quite there. The apps and everything like that weren't quite there, and, you know, all the auxiliary type stuff wasn't there. So, you know, that also contributed to everybody just kind of, oh, it's so fucking annoying, right? Whereas now, you know, you can lighten the load of how many rules you're bringing by just having an app, right? Just having it all in your app, having all your rules and summaries, and, you know, have it all right there. It all helps. wasn't quite as prevalent then. It was there, but it wasn't as good. But anyway, yeah, I don't think like edition changes, I don't think are necessary. They're still gonna do them, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's just a way of building up excitement for the game, right? And positive or negative press, when people are shitting on Warhammer 40,000 and the edition changes, that's still talking about it. That's still people talking about it, engaging with it, right? And that's still gonna expose the product to potentially new customers, right? People who are interested. So what is this all about? And then they're going to give the game a try, and then they're going to find that they enjoyed the game, and they don't really understand why these people are all pissed off about it. And these people are new. These new people are hooked on the game, you know. So talking about it, good or bad, is only drawing more people in. It actually doesn't make a mass exodus from the game. At least from what I've observed, and I've been in this hobby 30 plus years, so not quite as long as Warhammer's been around, because I started in Space Hulk. That was my entry, Space Hulk, first edition, and yeah, and then I didn't find out about Warhammer 40,000 until a year and a half. I was probably like a year and a half later. I found out about Warhammer 40,000 because in the Space Hulk it had all the lore, and I had read that like multiple times, memorized it, and it was always talking about Space Marine. I was like, what was a Space Marine? And there was no internet back then, so it's, you know, finding that out was, you know, again, a challenge. I know some of you are probably imagining, holy fuck, man, were you reading your books by like, you know, candlelight and you had to write everything down with a quill pen? And no, it wasn't quite like that, but not that far off. Sentinel. If it's just one model, I will be sad. Oh, for that character? I don't know. I mean, I can't say. I mean, is it Dark Mechanicus? Possibly. Is it a character? Possibly. Is it a new cultist? Possibly. Is it Kerrigan from StarCraft? Possibly. Is it, you know, I mean, like, again, is it, what is it? Don't know. It's a silhouette. I mean, we can sit here and, you know, bat ideas back and forth till we're blue in the face, but ultimately we don't know, right? I mean, I'm sure we could figure it out, get pretty close, but until you're willing to put money on it, then are you committed to it? Committed to the idea, committed to the guess. Barfing Sheep, Typhus is, oh yeah, Typhus, I forgot about Typhus. Typhus is a good one. I like Typhus, but he's Nurgle, so I like everything Nurgle. Sophie, 10th edition starter set will probably be Ultramarines versus Khorne Space Marines. Hopefully not Tau. Possibly. I mean, again, Space Marines. Space Marines being the poster child of Warhammer 40,000, I don't know. I feel like that should be kind of cast aside, that notion of Space Marines. You know, I mean, sure, it's the ultimate fantasy being the Ubermensch, but, you know, I think Imperial Guard should be the main focus of Warhammer 40,000, because again, it's easier for us to imagine being in the awful universe of Warhammer 40,000 as an Imperial Guardsman. It's harder to imagine being a Space Marine. A Space Marine is like demigods, right? And to reflect their lore on the tabletop, they have to be far more powerful on the tabletop. Now, to represent their power, they really should be fewer in number. You should not have huge numbers of Space Marines on the battlefield, you know, just completely wrecking face, right? If they're consistent with their lore. But Imperial Guard, yeah, they die in droves, right? They just die. Like in Warhammer 40,000, there's just so many ways to die. And a Space Marine, you know, he's not affected by a lot, right? And so, you know, Space Marines on the tabletop are not like what you see on the lore. But other factions on the tabletop kind of reflect their lore, right? Orcs, so many boys, so tough, but they're only wearing t-shirts. So, you know, take from that what you will. Whereas Space Marines are in super adamantium fucking diamond hard ceramite armor, you know? And they're getting taken out by a las gun? Come on, right? Who in the books with Space Marine gets taken out by a las gun, right? Like, you know? So Space Marines on the tabletop, they do not reflect their lore. And just about every other army out there kind of reflects their lore, other than Chaos Space Marines, because they're in the same boat as Space Marines, really. But yeah, even Chaos Space Marines, really. I mean, like, regular Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines. Shouldn't Chaos Space Marines have an edge? Shouldn't they? Because they're mutating and they have the power of the warp running through them. Like, regular Space Marines don't have power of the warp running through them. So, like, shouldn't Chaos Space Marines be stronger, faster, heal better, more armored, whatever? They should just be, Chaos Space Marines should just be better than regular Space Marines, no? Like, Chaos Space Marines should be just literal demons on the field of battle. Like, again, it'd be one of those kind of situations where, you know, you don't need a lot of Space Marines. And Chaos Space Marines, yeah, if there was like a whole legion of them showing up, that world would be done. There would be no fighting that battle. You would just have to cut your losses and get out, right? So, no, again, the tabletop Space Marines, like, that's why I don't really agree. When it's not the only reason why, but it's one of the reasons why I don't think Space Marines should be the poster child of Warhammer 40,000. I think for the Imperium, the human side of things, because that's our entry into the 40k universe as a narrative, it should be through the lens of Imperial Guard. They should be the poster child of Warhammer 40,000. It's the struggle of humanity versus all the dangers of the universe. A Space Marine can deal with the dangers of the universe. An Imperial Guardsman is poorly equipped to deal with the dangers of the galaxy, right? And so, yeah, I don't think Space Marines should be the poster child. So box sets that include Space Marines, I don't think that should be necessary. I don't think they should be the poster child of Warhammer 40,000. They are, but that's just by tradition, because the old Rogue Trader cover has Space Marines on the cover, right? That's it. Anyway, fuck, I'm lost. Sophie, wonder if templates are coming back. Again, I mean, like, with the edition changes, would they bring it back? Because they just brought out Horus Heresy, which is a little closer to like 7th edition rules. So it's got a little bit of that bloat to it, and it has templates and scattering and stuff like that. And I think people who want to play like an older edition of the game will gravitate towards Horus Heresy. And Horus Heresy, really, like, for everybody out there who wants to play a balanced 40k game or tabletop sci-fi game, really, I mean, Horus Heresy, I think, is probably a better platform for that, because everything's samesies, right? It's Space Marine against Space Marine. So it's, you know, it's a pretty level playing field versus Imperial Guard versus Tyranids, right? Very, very different way that both those forces operate. And it becomes more paper, rock, scissors in Warhammer 40,000 versus Horus Heresy. Horus Heresy is more, it's closer to more like a chess match of even playing field, even playing pieces, right? In a clash, versus Warhammer 40,000, which feels a bit more like paper, rock, scissors, because, well, this force is really good at crushing that force, and that force is really good at crushing this force, and this force is really good at crushing that force. You know what I mean? And it is more of a paper, rock, scissors type of thing. And I don't really understand why everybody loses their mind about, you know, the playability of Warhammer 40,000, when realistically, I mean, Horus Heresy should be the tournament game for a tabletop miniature setting. That should be it, because it's samesies, right? That way you can truly judge who is the better tactician, right? It's Horus Heresy. But anyway, Fire Drake, I think it was 96 back then. You built your list based on percentages. Yes, like only 25% of your points on HQ. Damn kids can't even add nowadays. Yeah, you can only have 50% in support. You could only have well, I remember Bretonians, they had the advantage in Warhammer Fantasy. Bretonians, they could spend 75% of their allowance on characters because they were knights, right? So yeah, I used to abuse that. I have fucking champions all over the place. Anyway, Barfing Sheep. Wouldn't it be nice to get an HQ that was just one fat fucking nurgling? Like, proper obese? Lesser unclean one? A lesser unclean one. Why not, right? If you have a greater unclean one, then you must have lesser unclean ones. What would be a mediocre unclean one? Could you have a greater unclean one? Could you have a superior unclean one? Could you have an exalted unclean one? Could you have a subpar unclean one? I was just trying to think of all the items and stuff, but yeah, a lesser unclean one. Why not, right? he's not quite fat. He's not quite obese. He's kind of more dad bod. He's the dad bod unclean one. Oh shit. Sental and Torn. Okay, back to cleaning up Gargant, and then I see what you have in the background. Oh, I know. I've got them. I'm thinking about putting them together and painting them. I'm thinking about it. Again, like I said it earlier in the show, but I just love these little creeper duders, and I kind of wish there was more, so you can just kind of have them like just fucking dangling, and you know what I mean, like there's all sorts of stuff, just running amok. But then again, I mean, I like nurglings, so you know, I just like the little buggers. Fire Drake. Funny, forget over 10,000 years of experience for Chaos Marines, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, Chaos Space Marines should be just absolutely brilliant tacticians because they've had 10,000 years of fighting under their belt versus, you know, what does a Space Marine live? Maybe 500 years? Maybe? You know? Versus 10,000 years of fighting? I mean, I think that kind of just speaks for itself, right? Sentinel, poorly equipped. Have you not seen catechins? Yeah, they're going in with tank tops. They go in with the beaters. Has anybody painted their catechins with white beaters? With like some stains on the front. Oh, what was the joke when I was over in the UK? Stella, right? Everybody's drinking Stella and they have beaters. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. That was the joke, apparently. Everybody kept, because I think I ordered a Stella and everybody's kind of like looking at me like, and I was like, what? Like, where's your beater? I was like, what? Like, I didn't get it, but anyway, yeah. Apparently that's the joke. Sophie, add up. Isn't that what calculators are for? Yeah, exactly. Sentinel, they need more of those little guys. Yeah, exactly. I know. I like the idea of just, you know, these big giant duders, and they just have like little colonies of these little guys just running over place. You know what I mean? One guy, he set up his house and it's like in the fold of his neck, and another guy, he's down by his butt crack, and you know what I mean? Like just crazy crap like that. Barfing Sheep. Yes, Kris. Dad bod unclean one. My type of nurgling. Dad bod unclean one? Yeah. Dark Commission, episode 394, 62.374% unclean one. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Mainly because I forgot that we didn't name the show yet. So, yeah, we're going to use that as the name. That's it. Dark Commission, you win. You've won the day. You've won the day. You will rue the day. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Screw it. Let's go over here. I was on the wrong feature on my Twitch. And I'm probably lagging now because I'm farting around with stuff. Anyway. There we go. All that just to change the title of the show. What time we got here? Holy crap, we've got 1 minute left of the show. Sentel, I want more so I can put them on my other Gargants. Yeah, you know. Maybe they should put out like you know how they put out that pack with all the skulls? Maybe we need a pack of nurglings, of the little creepers, of all the little familiar duders. Nurglings is the only thing I can think of. What is because I mean, I might have a small Nurgling fetish. I still want like a bazillion of these. I want like 100. I want to fill this room with like a whole bunch. In fact, I want to stuff my mattress with these little things. Not said by anyone. Fire Drake. No, Sophie, we didn't have those back when you had Abacus. Maybe fingers if you weren't in a wood cutting accident. Yeah. Kim, episode 394, Squig Bongs and In-Laws. I like that one too. Sent a pack of minions. Yeah, like a pack of minions, right? Like, you know how they put up that box of like vines and skulls, and there was a couple other packs where it was just full of details. But anyway, if they put out a pack that was just full of Nurglings, just individual Nurglings or groups of them, whatever, not so much to build bases with, but for them to like, you know, be incorporated into other models, right? And like the creepers, same kind of thing. Man, I'm drawing a blank on other little thingers. You know what would really drive, would people would probably snap up the most is the little grinks, little cats, the little 40k cats. Grinks, yeah, those things. Is it grinks or gyrinks? Maybe it's a gyrinks. It's a gyro. Fire Drake. Dark Commission wins by default. Default. The two sweetest words in the English language. Default. Ruben Matnoff, there he is. You want to build a palanquin is what you're saying. And hey, everyone. Hey, a palanquin. Yes. A palanquin. Yes. Sentinel, dogs and cats. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Yep. So, if you're brand new to this hobby, you want some help with your color scheme, maybe you want to show off what you're working on, send your emails to kris@wayofthebrush.com. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites because I won't do it. Or you can also use the hashtag WayOfTheBrush on Instagram, and because we have segments of the show looking at both of those, so I show off whatever you guys are working on. Of course, you can also, click the link, go wayofthebrush.com. You can go wayofthebrush.com and get all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling on the Discord, so feel free to share your works and have a conversation, or just lurk and observe all the weirdness and or brilliance and weirdness. Right, it goes in hand. Am I overselling that one? Also at wayofthebrush.com is t-shirts, or if you're watching this on YouTube, link down below as well. Look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt. Now add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com. And of course, you'll also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've also turned on the join feature. Memberships. I've turned on YouTube memberships. So if you want to help support the channel on the YouTubes, it's another way of doing it. Of course, you can also support through Patreon, various tiers of support. And a huge thank you to all my patrons for their continued support to help me to continue to do what it is that I do. And so a huge thank you to everybody who continues to support through that means as well. I can't remember where I'm going next with that. Oh, if you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, all of that helps the channel as well. All it takes is a couple clicks of a button and you're helping me out a great deal. And so a huge thank you to everybody who does that as well. Big thank you to Carl, Guymere Alfer, Beer and Blood Bowl. It's his YouTube channel. Check it out. If you love yourself some beer, you love yourself some Blood Bowl, Beer and Blood Bowl is where it's at. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingles to play before the email segments of the show. So always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro outro music that plays the begin and end of the show. It's always much love to my baby brother Evan. And if you're into rare comics, EB Comics, it's down in the description below. If you're into rare comics, or if you're into beefcakes, you can follow him on Instagram as well. See, that's I gotta have like customer testimonials. Way of the Brush shirts, t-shirts get you laid. That's true. That's scientifically proven. That's scientifically proven. Especially if you're just gonna have a quick wank in the parking lot. Yeah. It lets people know that you are a connoisseur of all things sophisticated and intelligent. Jobs Left Nut, I think you should do a Thanksgiving lunchtime live and let us partake as your extended family. Fuck that. I mean, I like you guys, but not that much. Fire Drink. Oh, I meant Way the Brush shirts. Gets you French toast, kiddos. Gets you toast. It get you toast. Get you toasty. Toasty and toast. All right, we're done. We're done for the day. We accomplished some things. We talked about some stuff. We got some really good brainstorming ideas going here. And it's all on record right here. Brainstorming ideas. So, you know, again, people who are, you know, really clever, intelligent, and innovative, creative, this is where they come. This is where they hang out. This is where they get ideas. Any of these, guaranteed, anybody who's talking about this in other circles and sharing these ideas, yeah, they heard it here first. Because this is where the genesis of ideas happens. Does that sound like I'm wanking myself? Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week. Later? Next week. We got to get some more getting projects done. I started working on my Leagues of Votan. Starting laying some base colors down. So getting more work on my Leagues of Votan done. Also, plugs. Plugs. Anyway, that's symmetry. That's what's called symmetry, folks. We started the day off that way, and we're ending the day off that way with plugs. Glory to all plugs.